This is IGN. Disney's live-action Moana bombs at the box office. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, a fresh LEGO leak has revealed a $200 Donkey Kong arcade cabinet, reportedly due for release next month. An image posted to the LEGO Leak subreddit shows the detailed arcade machine set, complete with Donkey Kong, Jumpman, aka Mario, and a captive Princess Peach, all in their familiar positions. While further images of the set are yet to surface, it does look like the creation will feature some form of interactivity, perhaps similar to the retro Super Mario NES set that allowed you to turn a crank and scroll through a classic Mario Bros. Level. You could imagine dials or buttons here being used to make Jumpman, jump or move barrels along levels. The coming months are looking busy for fans of LEGO and Nintendo. A fresh wave of LEGO Pokemon sets are also coming in October. Back in the world of video games, LEGO appears ready to announce a version of hit sim City Skylines. A listing for LEGO Skylines recently popped up via a ratings board filing, though we're yet to see it made official. And Monday's first full trailer for Digger shows Top Gun star Tom Cruise in his least recognizable role yet, as an aging CEO who realizes he must save the planet from a natural disaster he created. But rather than rappelling in on a zip wire or nuking something from a fighter jet, Cruise's next role as Digger Rockwell sees the actor saving the world from under a heavy layer of prosthetic makeup. Cruise's character is portrayed as a wealthy billionaire who initially doesn't care that his actions have started melting the polar ice caps, a process that will result in trillions of dollars in damage unless disaster is averted. A news report shown on TV features a brief clip of poor old London getting flooded. Luckily, Digger Rockwell ultimately appears to be convinced he must help by a similarly aging president, played by John Goodman, via a plan that seems to involve flying up to the North Pole and blowing some stuff up. Some aspects of a typical Tom Cruise film still seem present at least. Dig or die reads the movie's tagline. Here's hoping it's the former. Digger is the latest project from Alejandro G. Iñárritu, the famed Mexican writer and director behind Birdman and The Revenant. Digger arrives in theaters on October 2nd, 2026. It's a debut that puts House of Mouse's latest remake just barely ahead of Snow White, which pulled just $87.3 million during its infamously underwhelming opening weekend in 2025. In other words, things aren't looking good for Moana. The split puts its domestic haul at an estimated $43 million, with an international pull sitting at $52 million. While that still positions the Moana remake in first for the mid-July weekend, it's almost certainly not the numbers Disney was hoping to see as it continues pushing out live-action adaptations for some of its most beloved stories. Starring Catherine Laga'aya as its titular princess and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who once again plays Maui, the live-action Moana movie had some high-end projections hoping its opening weekend would bring in $60 to $65 million domestically and as much as $75 million internationally. As that doesn't seem to come close to panning out, Disney will now face a painful reality with an even softer debut that stacks up against a reported budget of $250 million, according to Variety. When Snow White failed to perform last year, it supposedly resulted in the indefinite delay of the live-action Tangled movie. Although progress on that front was stalled for some time, it has since picked up steam with new additions to the cast, following the success of the live-action Lilo and Stitch movie. For now, there's no sign that Disney will course correct again as Moana fails to impress. In the meantime, Variety has reported that Tangled is expected to premiere in 2028. Other remakes in development include live-action Bambi, Hercules, and Lilo and Stitch 2, as well as a project based on Beauty and the Beast villain Gaston. In other box office news, Universal Pictures and Lionsgate's Michael Jackson biopic has passed $1 billion globally. It's an update that saw the movie reach an impressive milestone as it became the first biopic in history to reach the mark. Toy Story 5, meanwhile, is coming up on the same figure, now sitting at $879 million after its fourth weekend in theaters. The weekend also brought yet another not-so-thrilling update for Supergirl, which now has a total haul of $115.4 million. That puts it still well out of reach from the already disappointing $200 million finish some were hoping for, suggesting significant losses for Warner Bros. And its budding DCU. That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Tony Jackson, and if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console and subscribe to our weekly podcasts through the podcast service of your choice.
Spoken Layer.